Hi campers, so I want to share something with you today that helped me a lot on my healing journey, and hopefully it will help you too. And the message today is pain is frequency. Pain is frequency. And what I mean by that is we live in a world, very masculine world, that tries to diminish our pain, right? And I was raised by a very toxic masculine kind of father, when everything feminine was weakness, right? Including emotions, including pain, it was sign of weakness. And I find that a lot of us is raised like that, and we give those ridiculous advices to each other as well. Like, is it really that bad? Can you just like toughen up? It's just life, things happen, blah 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 blah, right? So when I started my healing journey, and an important detail here is that my shaman, my healer, she went through incredible amounts of pain in this lifetime, unspeakable things that no one should ever go through, especially a woman, right? So I was very reluctant to share certain things with her, and she was asking me, why don't you want to talk about this? And at one point I said to her, well, I'm sitting in front of a woman who's been through so much, and here I am whining that my daddy didn't love me, or that my twin doesn't love me. And she was like, no, pain is frequency. How you feel your pain is the exact same way how I feel my pain. Pain is not something that you can compare your pain to my pain, or there are worse things happening in the world, or toughen up. No, pain is frequency, and your pain is valid. That's why I always say that a very important tool to facilitate healing is isolation. And what I mean by that, I don't just mean, yes, you have to isolate and go into hermit mode to truly properly heal and live in solitude for a certain amount of time. Yes. Another aspect of that isolation is that, you guys know I always say this to you, whether on sessions or in my collectives, that whatever you're trying to heal, you have to isolate it, right? So whether that's part of your psyche, your inner child, your feminine, your masculine, a specific wound, a specific shadow, a specific trauma, a good thing is to isolate it out of yourself, out of your psyche, treat it as a separate entity. Give it love, give it compassion, give it understanding, right? And when you're ready, integrate it back into your psyche. But what I mean specifically here in this case is that you have to isolate your pain from anything external, right? So I'm going to give an example, because oftentimes when we feel pain, we feel it's going to be easier if we cover it up with the light, right? So yes, I went through this, but also this and that happened to me, and I have a lot of good things in my life, and I want to be grateful, blah, 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 blah. The feeling, the pain of your pain, to heal it, has nothing to do with not being grateful. Those two things can exist simultaneously, and you cannot cover up your pain with fake gratitude, right? So how do we isolate it? Let's say you've been through something very, very difficult. It doesn't matter whether it's fear or shame or guilt or grief that you're going through. You have something that you have to heal because it's causing pain within you. Let's say you lost someone who was very dear to you, right? And the first stage is always denial. You're not going to want to feel that pain, right? And next stage, oftentimes, we just want to cover it up. We just want to level it up, right? We just want to tell ourselves that it's not that bad. It's just life. Things happen. At least I have years of life with that person. Or maybe, you lost a dear friend or a sibling, but at least I had my parents. At least I had this. At least I had that. No. Imagine yourself on a desert island. It's just you, and it's just your pain. The pain of other people doesn't exist. The pain of the world, disasters of the world, they don't exist. All the good things that happen to you, they don't exist either. It's just you and your pain on that desert island. Live with it. Sit with it. Cry if you want to. Scream if you want to. Be angry at the universe if you want to, at that person if you want to. And continuously ask why. Why? Why did this happen to me? Be in the center of that pain. Why did this happen to me? Why did I have to go through this? Ask why constantly. Why? And the answer will come to you. Until you can find this answer within, ask yourself why. And believe me, the day will come, you will understand why. That shadow, that thing, that pain will speak to you. But it can only happen in stillness. It's the stillness that we all run away from. It's being in a pain. It's being in a moment, sitting in stillness, sitting in quiet, sitting in silence, constantly feeling the pain, feeling your anger, feeling your sadness, and asking the question, why? Why? And the answer will be granted. Believe me. And once you understand the why, you will be able to integrate that part of you, that pain, that shadow, back into your psyche. And then the gratitude, the appreciation of life, the appreciation of every experience, even if it comes with pain, will just naturally sit with you. You won't be covering up that pain with light, but that pain will become a part of you. And I always say this, we shouldn't allow our past to draw from us, but we should draw from our past. So that table will turn. It will no longer have control over you, but you would have understood why did it happen, that everything happens for a reason, and everything is a learning, everything is an opportunity to grow. And that pain actually will become one of the things, as bizarre as it sounds, that you will be grateful for. And that's the moment when you can truly say that that shadow has been tamed and integrated into your psyche.